First of all, before Yassine gives his take, what are we thinking about the XXL 2022 freshman list? And then Yassine, you can go ahead. I'm gonna pull it up on the screen, but you tell me your initial thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people on here were forced. Off rip, I would say the people that 100% I like being here are, what's his name? Babytron. I don't really listen to him too much, but I see talk about him, so I know like that people are fans of him. I think Narda Wick makes sense. I think Sofago obviously makes sense. I think Cochise makes sense, although is Cochise really like a freshman? I don't know. That's an argument people could have. I think he's fine on there. And I think Babyface Ray makes sense. Everyone else,
what about Nardo?
Yeah, I said Nardo Wick.
You said Nardo Wick,
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know who Saucy Santana is?
I only recently found out who he is, but I hear his name a lot. So I think he's popping enough to make sense on here.
What is your initial thoughts on Saucy Santana?
I mean, I ain't messing with that shit. I ain't listening to his music. I ain't checking it out. I just wonder how they're gonna schedule the cipher, because like, are they gonna put Big 30 and Big Scar with Saucy Santana, or are they gonna know better and put him with the chicks?
Yeah, so I think XXL at this point, because a lot of people in my chat, and I'm seeing all your chats, by the way, they want like all the underground kings like Autumn, Summers, Can, etc. But I think freshman, as we all know, is like you have to be already popping. But that's why I think Casey, as we discussed prior to this, was a little bit of a forced like industry plant type freshman. Like I don't think he's popping enough to be on here, right?
Yeah, like who the he is, honestly, I would say he's the least person that should be here least. Like who the fuck is well, like I know who he is, and I mean like shout out to what's his name, Arshawn from KTO. I know that's his man's, but if it wasn't for Arshawn, I would not know who the hell Casey is. They're forcing the hell out of this guy. It's so industry pushed, and I don't see any Casey fans. I really don't. Everyone else,
I've actually heard some songs and I'm like, this is actually kind of hard, because isn't he like a songwriter for Kanye?
I know he was in Kanye's camp, and I've heard that he makes good music, but I think sure, like he can make good music, but does he really belong next to Sofago, or does he really belong next to Nardo Wick?
Because at a certain point, it's not about the music, like the quality. It's about because there could be like the best musician ever, but they literally have no fans. So you have to have the fan base. It doesn't even matter about the music.
Yeah, I agree. Unless you're going to put a bunch of people that are just like industry artists, which is kind of, I think, what they did before. For example, like Big Scar, I don't think Big Scar should be here either.
I think what XXL is doing, and this kind of relates to what we were talking about with Saucy Santana, is they're trying to hit all the demographics. And I think they do this to a degree every single year, but it's widening, because I think the last time that we talked on the stream, the internet's becoming so diverse, at least especially hip hop itself. Like it's going on to so many different subgenres or like cultures, subcultures, that like they have to hit every single one so that it gets the most views for XXL, because that's all this is. It's like a marketing scheme for XXL for people to buy it, right?
Yeah, of course.
So they're not going to pick the most poppin' people, because say if they pick Sofago and then one person, a lot of people were saying, because there's this dude named Ken the Man. I don't even know who Ken the Man is, but they were saying like, we need the actual Ken Carson on the list. And by the way, he said he wasn't going to be on the list if Destroy Lonely wasn't going to be on it, and we all knew Destroy Lonely wasn't going to be on it. So he either rejected it or he made it seem like he rejected it. Do you think he was on it, or do you think he?
I think they could have put him on it. I think he would have made sense. I think Yeet obviously turned it down, rightfully so,
for sure.
Because Yeet just stands out compared to anyone here. other than maybe like Sofego, possibly Nardowick. But when it came back to the demographics thing, Big Scar and Big 30 are both from Memphis. Big Scar has done nothing for the past 2+ years. He was signed to Gucci Mane. I don't know if he's signed there anymore. The last thing I remember Big Scar for was So Icy Boys, which was when him, Fujiano, and Pooh Shiesty were rapping together on a song. Fujiano locked up for 5 years. Pooh Shiesty's locked up for 8 years. And since then, he did have a project that sold 22K, which made no sense to me. This was maybe like 2 years ago. But he's not making really moves, as opposed to, let's say they want to cover a street rapper to get that
Who
demographic
would be the street
check.
rapper? Because they already put on Pooh Shiesty. They put on Nardowick. So who else?
Potentially you could just put ESTG.
Okay, yeah.
That would make sense. That would be the most obvious answer, because they had 42 Doug last year.
I see. I don't know anything about that, but I get your point. And what I was saying before was like all the Ken Carson fans would have voted for also Sofego. So it's almost like I feel like XXL doesn't feel the need to put on multiple of this like upcoming wave of SoundCloud rappers on the list.
I agree, because I'll be doing too much. Like it's as if they had, for example, like they had Pooh Shiesty, but they didn't have Big 30. I don't think Big 30's as hot this year as he was last year. And one thing that I kind of want to ask too is they have 0 New York rappers on here. And Bronx drill was arguably the hottest subgenre of the past 10 months.
Who was that one dude who sounded like Pop Smoke?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Dusty Locane.
Yes. He was on like one of the fake XXL lists. That's why I think all of those are fake and made by the management of the rappers on the list. Would you agree with that?
I would. It's believable. I would say that. I don't know if that's true, but if they leaked it, it would make sense. But Dusty Locane is more like Brooklyn drill, whereas Bronx drill, we would have K Flock, who's locked up, so it makes sense why he kind of wasn't on it. But you got to think of K Flock, like for example, Chief Keef. Either he was locked up or he didn't make it to the shoot, and they still had him on the list just because he was that much of a force back then. And I feel like K Flock is at least equivalent to that right now. And if they didn't put him, they could have just put his man's B Love, who's out right now. He's not as hot, but he's had like 2 big songs, and he's supposed to like be going on tour or something like that, and they didn't put him either. Bronx drill not being on this, I feel like is a big like, yo, what's going on here?
Maybe Saucy Santana's from the Bronx.
They don't get down like that in the Bronx.
You never know. He could be in, someone's lair. But I think they put him on it because, the whole LGBTQ movement, it just opens up the demographic to that. Would that make sense?
Yeah, yes, but this guy's also popping. That's the thing. I would say that they were forcing it if he wasn't popping, but the dude's popping. So,
but was Lil Nas X ever on XXL?
No, but I think he denied it because he was just so big.
He was too big, too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I got to go back to like the female rappers. Like I think Saucy Santana makes more sense than any female on this list.
I don't even know who the females are on here. Who is this? Kaylee and Doechii.
Yeah, Cali, Doechii, and Ken the Man.
That's a chick.
I think Ken the Man is a chick. Yes.
Ken the Man's a chick.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought Ken the Man was one of these dudes over here to the right. I don't know.
Nah. But if you look at let's just look at last year to this year. Last year, the chicks that they had, Ruby Rose has done nothing since, did nothing before, and is doing nothing right now musically. Lakia, she is signed to QC. She's done nothing we haven't really seen her make any noise. And I think Coyle Ray, like, she's made noise, but she sold like 10K. She's the most popping out of all the chicks on there.
I feel like all female rappers, it's just hard to make it because they choose one or two and like they just ride for them, you know, like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion.
I think there's more now. I think Mulatto or Lotto is. But
I feel like she fell off a little bit too.
Nah, she did a tour where she was headlining. Saucy Santana was opening for her, and she was doing like 2,000 person venues around there. And she had a hit with Mary J. Blige. It was like a top 10. I'm pretty sure if you look up the Hot 100, Big Energy should still be on there. Okay,
true. Well, again, I don't know any of the females on here, but I approve.
Me neither.
I approve Baby Tron. He's definitely like representing the Flint area. I don't know if he's from Flint, but like the Detroit flow. Cochise, definitely. Sofago, definitely. Nardo Wick, definitely. I don't really know too many of the other people, but I think it's actually a detriment that KC is on the list now, because it almost looks forced, as you said before, and that kind of ruins it. Like, if he waited a couple years and got popping organically, then it would have been better, right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to accelerate him too quick.
Why though? He was on Donda, the chat is saying. So
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's what it is. Like, that maybe being on Donda is like the cosign of the century.
Maybe, but he just doesn't really have fans like that. I feel like they haven't built up a fan base for him. There's awareness, maybe, but the face to the name, or I guess like the audio to the name, there's that connection I don't feel like is there yet for him specifically.
Right. And when you like throw it in people's face, this isn't the move.
Yeah,
regardless if the quality is there or not. Also,
yeah, absolutely.
I feel like they should listen to SoundCloud a little more. Like, Ken Carson's throwaway leaks literally chart on the like top 10 of SoundCloud completely organically, or very much organically. So how is Ken Carson not on here?
Well, you kind of said it. Ken Carson probably didn't want to be on there
because of Lonely.
Maybe, or he just didn't think it was a good look. Also, that Doechii girl is signed to TDE. So I don't know, maybe it's like politics or something why she's on there. I've never heard her music, so I'm not gonna like knock her or anything. Are you surprised though that the person with the highest monthly listeners on this list is Cochise?
No, Cochise is a fucking beast. But yeah, I like him being a freshman. I think he should have made it last year. But I guess just this year was the time. But what do you mean by that? You think like a lot of these are forced?
No, I think all of the chicks are forced. Because the reason why I think all of the chicks are forced is if the chicks can't hold up to any of the like male popularities on the list, then they just shouldn't be on there.
Right. It's like the KC situation. Like, why force something and then make them look bad because now everybody's just going to shit on the women?
Yeah, although I do think these chicks, other than maybe Ken the Man or something like that, are all hotter than Casey, numbers wise.
Yeah, I think he's the smallest on the list, to be honest.
I do think this works in his favor, though, because everybody was asking 2 years ago, the 2020 list, which I think was the best one since 2016, that everyone was asking, like, who the hell is Chica? Who's Chica? And she was kind of like Casey is right now, but she had really good music, so people messed with her when they looked her up, and she had a really good cipher. So this is an opportunity for people that have no idea who Casey is, and if his music hits like that, then I think it'll benefit him. They're not going to be like, yo, who the hell is this dude? They check him out, his music's good, and they're like, man, I ain't listening to this.
I see your point. Yeah. No, if he kills the cipher he's like a certified songwriter primarily, and then he turned primary artist. I think that he could be a beast in the cipher, because he's not like one of these, I don't know, people who just punch in on the bars every single beat, I guess, and then make some stupid ass lyrics. Like, he actually puts time into it.
Yeah, Saucy Santana's allegedly a certified writer, so you looking forward to his cipher?
I actually am. I reacted to his music video with Max a while back, and I was so surprised because I didn't realize that was gonna happen. Like, it was gonna be like that.
I heard he writes for
hard.
City Girls.
Really?
I ain't listening to find out.
Really? So he's a beast.
Apparently he's been in the game for a minute.
And like, now he's just finally, becoming. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you're a songwriter for other people, and then once you've made a certain amount of songs, you're like, okay, I know how to brand myself now. Like, let's try it myself. Yeah,
that was apparently the case with St. John, who had the Roses song that blew up, the remix.
He beefed with Uzi. Yeah.
Yeah, or Uzi beefed with him. I don't think he ever said anything about Uzi, but yeah.
Right.
That guy fell the hell off, though.
I mean, that's what I told everybody. I was like, I don't know who this dude is. He got hella features on his album, but it just didn't turn too much. It didn't blow up that much.
Yeah, because the song that went ultra global viral just was a remix, and the remix sounded nothing like St. John music. So there's too much of a disconnect, I feel like.
Right. Back to Ken, though. Do you think that if he made it, or if they asked him to come, that he would have declined? Because I feel like Cardi being on the XXL in 2017 actually was a detriment. Like, it kind of made him look bad, especially in the freestyle and shit.
I don't know. Like, Cardi kind of had like a swaggy freestyle. Like, well, that one line I always remember is like, "Ben Baller, no Johnny Dang." Like, the shit was memorable.
Okay, I guess. But X obviously took that by storm. Like, Cardi he wasn't shining. Whereas I feel like Ken, in this situation, I'm glad Sofego made it. It's a huge look for him. I actually think that's the reason why he's been delaying his project potentially, and just dropped an EP, which we can talk about later, so that he can get this XXL, get the promo for maybe the cipher, and then drop his project after getting a huge look. But I feel like Ken is, I don't know, the top of the game in the underground. So like, why does he need the XXL and become mainstream when he's seen as the underground king?
Who, Ken Carson? Or
yeah, Ken Carson, because Yeet and Sofego already upgraded, so now Ken's the top.
Is he?
Who's the top of the underground right now if it's not Ken?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It's some people are saying Kobe, SSG Kobe. I think Ken is higher. Is
Cochise higher?
Cochise isn't underground. He's bigger than Sofego.
Okay.
All right. He's like almost Yeet level, to be honest.
Damn.
Have you seen his numbers?
Yeah, it surprises me.
Yeah, Cochise kills it. It's because he has like TikTok bangers. Like, he just knows how to make memeable songs. And I guess maybe the baby voice helps.
I think he kind of has just a way bigger Young Gravy fan base, if you know who that is. Yeah,
like the more fun, meme rap type thing. But I feel like he makes better music than Young Gravy.
Oh yeah, he definitely does. But I think in the way that his music and his fans are more insulated, as opposed to Ken Carson fans. They kind of invade other spaces of hip hop. So you're like, if you don't listen to Ken Carson, you're likely going to see content that's related to Ken Carson somewhere by his fans.
Yes, like you'll see comments hypothetically that'll say like it'll be about some rapper and they'll be like Ken Carson's better or some shit.
Yes, like you're not gonna really see Cochise fans in the replies of rap tweets.
Yeah, but I think that's just because he doesn't do features or collab with anybody. Like he's cool with all of them. I just talked to him the other day. Like if you look at all of his Spotify songs, the only person he's collabed with is Snot, who's another rapper who was underground for so long, but like never collabed with most of the rappers in his class. And I think when you don't collab with everybody else, you kind of are isolated, like you said.
Yeah, but who is Ken Carson really collabed with?
Yeet, Sofago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're all like SoundCloud or leaks, but yeah, they're all cool.
I was considering like his official releases. All right, that makes sense then.
Destroy Lonely. He gets the Playboy Cardi co-sign, whereas NFT, I mean not NFT, I just read off the XXL thing. Whereas Cochise is he didn't get any co-signs. In fact, people are calling him a Cardi clone, and he had to like beat that.
Yeah, I mean he was like an old school Cardi clone.
Yeah, like 2018, like Pierre Spacey beat type thing.